Today on Selling Houses.
It's such a fantastic asset, but at the moment, it's just not, is it? No.
3 rival sellers snoop each other's houses.
It does look like it should be on a farm.
It feels like your granny's house.
Yeah.
I get tough.
You've got to get that cleared. Yeah. It's going to put, I would think, 9 out of 10 buyers off.
And get creative.
Yeah, voila. It's great though, isn't it?
Yeah.
They get a week and £1,000 to make changes.
That's a lot brighter.
All competing to win an offer from my buyers.
The potential is kind of really, setting off alarm bells.
Today I'm in the county of Norfolk, home to some of the most stunning stately piles in Britain. And Norfolk does very well with more ordinary homes too. Over the last year, the average property price has risen by 5.4%. Fantastic news for my 3 sellers, all competing to win an offer from magazine editor Matt and fiancée, care worker Katie, who are living with Matt's parents while they hunt for their dream home.
You've looked at a lot of houses, haven't you? What are we up to, or have we lost count?
I'd say ballpark, maybe 30 or so.
OK. Now, normally when I hear people looking at 30 houses, I get slightly panicky because it makes me think, they might be a tad difficult and fussy. Why haven't you found anywhere?
I think we started off looking for a forever home and then realised maybe we were setting our sights a bit too high.
Yeah. Bedrooms, 2, 3?
No, 3 or more.
Do you like modern? Do you like character? You're not really fussed?
Having lived in a Victorian terrace for 8 years, I really like a property that's like 1930s or newer, so it's insulated.
Sure, OK.
So it does get really cold and
don't want to get
damp
cold.
problems and stuff.
What do you hate in a property? What makes you run for the hills?
Small kitchen.
Right, a small kitchen, OK.
He's really particular about his showers. And I'm quite happy with a shower over a bath, and he goes, I need a proper shower.
Oh, you want like a walk-in?
If we found a property that was otherwise ideal and it didn't have a shower, we'd put a shower in. It's not something that would make us run for the hills, I don't think.
I like this, that you're flexible, you're open, and you're ready to go. Shall we do it?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
To find that 3-bed home with a good-sized kitchen and potential for improvement, Matt and Katie have a budget of £215,000. I've lined up 3 great houses, but they all need a bit of sprucing up before Matt and Katie can see them. First up, it's student advisor Jo and her partner, lecturer Robin. Jo moved into her 3-bed bungalow 16 years ago. Now engaged to Robin, the couple want a place of their own.
We'd like to sell the house so that we can buy a house together and set up home together, and it'll be our house, our home.
And then we can have a really lovely wedding.
Since moving in, Robin has taken over as artistic director in an attempt to make the house more saleable.
The wall above the fireplace was quite a dark plum colour, and Robin wasn't very keen, so we decided to go neutral.
Although he's got his hands on the living room, some other areas of the house were definitely off limits.
My daughter's bedroom, we decorated that in a sort of peacock blue colour, and then we decided to give it a feature wall.
That's a feature, all right, but their attempts seem to have been in vain.
We've had 26 viewings so far, but no offers.
But this dynamic duo are not beaten yet.
You've got some really great skills, and I've got the brains.
This 3-bedroomed boxy bungalow has a bland lounge, disappointing dining area and one very bold boudoir. It really needs the wow factor. But it does have the bedrooms and the garden that our buyers are looking for. It's on the market for £190,000. Next up, it's Sam and daughter Maxine. Sam is selling her 4-bed semi because she's getting divorced, but so far she's not had much luck.
The house has been on the market for about 2 months now, and I've only had 4 viewings. They're saying that it's dated, it needs decorating.
The decorating hasn't been done, I think, since we moved in, like 15 years ago.
You don't say. Some rooms really need a clear-out, while others have been abandoned.
Dining room now just is an empty room. It just doesn't get used at all anymore.
But it's not just unused rooms that have put buyers off.
Our taste isn't everybody's taste, so you've got to try and keep an open mind and make it which might be more suitable for everybody rather than for us.
When it comes to DIY, Sam is the first to admit it's not her strong point.
You don't like DIY, do you?
I don't like DIY, but I will attempt it.
This shabby 4-bed semi has all the space Matt and Katie are looking for, but the living rooms are cluttered and the decor in the brash bedrooms is overbearing. It's the most expensive property at £215,000. Last up, it's Jackie and son Chris. Jackie's selling her 3-bed semi, complete with separate annex, since all 8 of her kids have flown the nest.
With having a lot of boys in the house, it's been more emulsion walls and it's not very modern, I accept that.
Downstairs there are 2 reception rooms and upstairs there are 3 bedrooms, including a very special one.
Room upstairs is my daughter's room. Roxy is obsessed with pink and dragons at the moment.
Dragons,
which
you
you'll
probably
notice when you're in
noticed.
But half the house is empty.
This house feels too big now. I remember being young and having 8 of us running around the giant garden, all of us, and now it's just mum, dad. It feels huge.
And things don't get much better in the annex.
Our youngest son, David, lives over in the annex. He did have one of the bedrooms, but his music drove me up the wall.
But what should be a great asset to the house is letting it down.
There is a bedroom, but we've had to put boxes and store stuff in there, so David tends to sleep and watch telly and do everything in the lounge. It's more of a boys' den, yeah.
So it's bachelor pad.
His bachelor pad, I suppose.
This 3-bed dated rural semi might have the large garden that Matt and Katie dream of, but the bedrooms are tired and unloved, and in the garden the annex is just as old-fashioned. It's on the market for offers in excess of £190,000. So it's Joe and Robin's boxy bungalow, Sam and Maxine's shabby semi, and Jackie and Chris's dated semi with the old-fashioned annex, all competing for an offer from Matt and Katie. To help my sellers realise what they could change in their own homes, they now get to check out their rivals' properties. Starting at Joe and Robin's 3-bed bungalow with the bland and basic living rooms and the bold boudoir.
This is a sweet house, but unfortunately it's not very memorable. The dining area feels very temporary and the bedrooms feel cramped. But the other sellers should take note of its fantastic curb appeal.
First to take a look are Jackie and Chris.
Lovely. Plenty of space.
Lots of space outside. Inside?
The walls look a bit plain, especially with having laminate flooring as well. You need that bit of feature.
Uh-oh, Robin, maybe you should have kept that plum feature wall. Directly off the lounge, there's a modern kitchen, leading onto an underwhelming dining area.
That one's too small.
That's too small and it does look a bit odd.
No, it doesn't feel like a dining area. That's a shame because it's such a lovely space.
Out back, Sam and Maxine are faced with something that used to be a garage.
I wouldn't have expected to see that after seeing the house. It does look like it should be on a farm.
Back in the house, Jackie and Chris can see the benefits of a well-presented master bedroom.
It's slightly smaller than your Roxy's room, but it feels more like a double bedroom.
In fact, it feels a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it feels bigger.
But in Joe's daughter's bedroom, Sam and Maxine are feeling the squeeze.
Wow.
That's a bit too much, isn't it?
Too much for a little room.
That's rich, considering your conservatory. This house is on at a guide price of £190,000.
With the work that needs to be done, it's quite high.
It is quite high.
That's a good price for this place.
I do too. It's lovely.
Mixed opinions on the price, but Jackie and Chris did see the benefits of a well-presented bedroom. Next up, it's Sam and Maxine's 4-bed 50s semi, which has plenty of space but is full of clutter and clashing colour throughout.
This is a fantastic sized family home with some really lovely period features, but let's be honest, the decor really has seen better days. But unless she has a major declutter and revamp several of the rooms, I have a feeling she's going to be waiting quite a long time for a buyer.
First to snoop are Joe and Robin.
Not my kind of house.
No. Nor mine.
No.
Not keen on the dark windows.
Outside's not a hit, and the dark theme continues inside.
Red is really oppressive.
It does feel a bit darker than it could be.
In the dining room, the mountains of clutter has Jackie and Chris thinking about their annex.
It does make that look smaller, and you wonder if the annex looks smaller to other people
Yes.
because of it.
It feels like your granny's house.
Yeah, that would be quite a nice room with all the clutter gone.
Yeah.
Upstairs, one of the bedrooms is well laid out, and it's got Joe thinking.
In our smaller room, if we changed that around so we didn't have so much furniture in that room, that might sort of create that feeling of space, mightn't it?
Yes.
But down the hallway, the bold blue and yellow room has stopped them in their tracks.
The room's too small for this colour, and again, with the rest of the house is really busy.
people in glass houses and all that, didn't seem to worry you in your daughter's room. It's on the market for £215,000.
It's a little bit much for the condition it's in.
Yeah.
215,000. Wow, that's a shocker.
Yeah.
The rival sellers are in agreement that this house needs too much work to warrant its price tag, but both realise that a good declutter and a tone down helps to sell a house. And the final snoop is in Jackie and Chris's out-of-date semi with the unloved bedrooms and the old-fashioned annex.
Jackie and Chris have a fantastic house and a separate annex, which could be a real bonus, but the decor is dated in both spaces, which means that buyers are seeing double the work instead of all the potential.
First to snoop are Sam and Maxine.
Wow, that is nice.
Impressed outside,
But it's a nice feel to it.
Homely.
Yeah.
Very homely.
off the hallway in the lounge, Sam is seeing the light.
It's a bright room. Unlike my house, my front room's a bit dull.
You said it. Upstairs in Chris's daughter's bedroom, Sam and Maxine realised that a kiddie style doesn't always show a room's full potential.
So we got the pink room and the yellow room.
Which is kind of childish as well, isn't it?
It is really, yeah.
Beyond the house is the annex, but it's causing confusion.
Just been used as a bit of a dumping ground, though.
Yeah.
It should be used...
This would be perfect if it's used the right way.
Yeah.
It just needs some really updating and a bit of a clean up.
Maybe some new carpet on the floor, tidy it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You can have the house and the annex for offers in excess of £190,000.
Not bad at all.
That's very good price.
Yeah, get a lot for your money.
It's a reasonable price. Any more than that, I think, would be too expensive because of the work that needs doing to it.
The rival sellers agree the price is right for the house and the annex, but Sam and Maxine realise dated decor might put buyers off. Today I'm in Norfolk, giving 3 sellers some sterling advice on how to make big changes that'll hopefully lead to an offer from newly engaged couple Matt and Katie.
We're looking for 3 bedrooms minimum, maybe 4.
Yeah, a good-sized kitchen with ideally a diner attached to it would be perfect.
Yeah.
After checking out the competition, my 3 rival sellers have all picked up a tip or 2 on how to keep their homes in the running.
Maybe we can change the furniture around, change the layout.
I think we've learnt today that the annex is definitely being wasted. The bedrooms are being wasted as well.
We can get some sort of flow and get rid of them bright colours.
Great, they've got it. Next, they'll get style advice, £1,000 and a week to kick their houses into shape. Starting with Joe and Robin's boxy bungalow, with 3 bedrooms, plain lounge and an underwhelming kitchen diner. It's much smaller than the other 2 and it's proving hard to sell.
So guys, house has been on the market for how long?
Just over 3 months.
Right, yeah. And you've had 20 viewings?
27.
27, and counting.
Yeah.
Exactly. Any offers, any interest?
Most of the feedback has been the bedrooms are too small. And the other point that they're picking up on is our garage, because our garage does need quite a lot of work doing to it.
I think one of the other sellers said it looked like a bit of a junkyard or a farm out building.
Yeah.
Just get a door on there. I mean, they can range from what, about £150 up to £800, depending. But I think that would make a huge difference. A nice painted door. So that's your garage sorted. Let's focus on the house. It's a great kitchen and it's a great dining space, but actually it needs to be used as a proper dining space because you look at that area in there and you kind of think to yourself, well, there's just a little tiny table.
Yeah.
Maybe think about a lovely collection of vintage china. Get yourself a good country-style dining table with 4 chairs and continue the theme so as you come through here it will flow.
Oh, yeah, lovely.
I think it's a lovely room, but I just think it needs softening a wee bit. I was going down the route of a pretty floral because I think florals would work really well in here.
Yeah, it sounds really lovely and exciting.
Excellent. One more room that I want to tackle and that's your daughter's bedroom.
Okay, yeah.
New look kitchen diner under control. Next to tackle those cramped bedrooms, in particular Joe's daughter's.
The thing is with this room is what's happened is you've crammed, or she's crammed, an awful lot of furniture into a very small space. And because you've gone for this dark turquoise on the walls, it's made it feel much smaller than it should be. Yeah. I'm going to ask you to just uniform the whole thing and in a much lighter, brighter shade. How many coats is that going to take?
Quite a few.
To do with sunscreen.
Quite a few.
Like I'm thinking in this room, a very sort of soft, gentle, almost like a blush pink. So not too girly. You don't want to make it girly, but much gentler than this because this is quite a harsh colour. Yeah. Get rid of this bed and get a small double.
Yeah.
We have had a couple of people say they wish that they could get a double bed in here, haven't they?
The thing is, as well, I think when you're selling a house, it's nice to add little details to make your property more memorable. And one easy, quick way of doing that is with what I've got down here. So this is basically an old cupboard door that's been painted and rubbed back. And then this is an acrylic tiled mirror. And it goes on there. Yeah, voila. It's great though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to be able to do it? 7 days, £1,000?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I like, confidence.
Yeah, we love the challenge.
The 27 viewings and not a single offer leads me to believe that there's something not quite working here. It's a really lovely house. It's in a great street. For me, it just needs softening. It feels a little bit stark when you go in there. They're going to tackle the garage, which they have to do, which is great. But I think they really need to get the old creative juices going because it could be a spectacular house.
I think very often that if you live with something for a long while, you don't necessarily realise what you've got. A new pair of eyes, new ideas can unlock a lot of potential.
With the help of son James, the room is stripped bare and Robin steams the walls to remove the paper.
I've been over the surface first. I even scored lines in the paper to let the steam in. And if it all comes off like this, it'll be a dream.
Inspired by my cupboard door mirror, Robin and Joe head to an architectural salvage yard to find a little something to help make their home more memorable to potential buyers. Salvage yards can be a treasure trove of beautiful items, but you do need to have a bit of imagination when it comes to buying.
Wouldn't that be lovely? There's 3 on the wall. I love that.
Or put mirror behind it.
That's an even better idea.
Clean these and put mirror behind it.
Next up, it's Jackie and Chris's dated semi, which offers 2 reception rooms, a conservatory and 3 bedrooms. But the decor isn't showing this house to its full potential, especially upstairs in Chris's daughter Roxy's room.
What do you think, as a buyer looking at this space, what do you think they would think?
I think that probably it's wasted space.
Well, what I would like to do with this room is turn it back into a guest bedroom, but make it a twin room, because it's actually a really big space.
Yeah.
But because you've got the bed sort of squashed up against that corner and all the other various bits and pieces, it doesn't feel as big as it could do. I think what could work really well in here is what I call the sort of summer candy colours.
Oh,
so all these lovely, bright pastel shades. You could think about some bunting to string around above the beds. Yeah. So it's just about making this room pretty. Could look great.
Bedroom sorted. Next, the Annex, which isn't just a dumping ground, it's stuck in a time warp.
It's such a fantastic asset, but at the moment it's just not, is it?
No.
What was it used for?
Originally, it was for my in-laws. They came and lived in this back in '98.
Was that the last time you decorated it?
No.
Right, okay.
So it's become a boys' den, really.
Right. I think that we keep it as a sort of cool, contemporary den. By using strong colours and some bold patterns, it would work very, very well. The floor needs addressing. How are your floor laying skills, Chris?
I've done carpets before, so...
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Brilliant, because I was thinking, cheap as chips, you could get some lino, some wood effect lino, and just run it the whole way through, from the kitchen into here. Now let's talk colour.
Oh.
What do you think?
Yes.
Was that a good yes or a bad?
Picturing it, actually, yes.
So I want it to feel quite cool and contemporary.
Yeah.
Old vinyl records, and you can pick these up in junk shops. We got these for, I think they were £1 each, if that.
Oh, right.
Mask them, spray them with gold paint, plaster them in odd numbers.
Okay.
For some reason, it works much better. It's quite a good design tip, that. If ever you're displaying anything, whether it's ornaments or do them in odd numbers. 2 looks a bit weird. Add 3.
Yes.
And it works.
See, yeah.
Doable?
I think so.
Look how easy I make it sound.
Sounds easy.
Jackie came very close to selling this house last year and subsequently has had lots of offers, but they've all been very low. Now, the reason I think that she's not getting the full asking price for this is that both the house and the Annex are in massive need of a major overhaul. I've given them lots of lovely, fresh, bright ideas. I just hope they knuckle down and they can do them all.
I think it will look really nice when it's finished.
Yeah. Yeah, they're unusual ideas as well for the Annex.
For the first time in years, the Annex gets a clear out. And Chris finds a few family heirlooms in the process.
Oh my God.
What a mess.
Then it's time for a lick of paint, and it's all hands on deck with girlfriend Carla, son James, and his girlfriend Hannah pitching in.
At the moment, I don't like the colour, but once it's finished, I might change my mind.
Last up, it's Sam and Maxine's tired and shabby semi, with 4 bedrooms, 2 receptions and 2 conservatories. It's the biggest of our 3 properties, but certain areas are awash with clashing colours and others are so cluttered they're completely out of control.
I think sometimes we find that our houses tend to overtake us and everything gets on top of you and you get to a point where there's so much going on that you don't actually know where to start.
Yeah. And every room needed a bit of decorating done to it.
Yeah, and I think, you know, it's little things as well, like when you come into the house and the ironing boards
That has been there since we moved in here.
People walk in and the first thing they're hit with is an ironing board and they think, crikey, if she has to iron in the hallway, there's no space. And the irony is there's tons of space in this house. Some of the feedback that we had from some of the other sellers when they came to look at the house is they said that it felt quite tired and quite dated.
Yeah, which I agree
Yeah, we said that, didn't we?
It's all just too much. So what I wanted to suggest to you was that we would use something along the lines of this, which is a really sort of pretty vintage floral paper.
I think that's going to look lovely.
It will.
And it's going to brighten the whole place up.
Should we move into the dining room, where there is more wallpaper?
Across the hallway is the seldom used dining room and cluttered conservatory that could be a good selling point.
But you need to give it a sense of grandeur, because at the moment it just feels a little bit sort of, again, a bit forgotten. You've got to get that cleared. It's going to put, I would think, 9 out of 10 buyers off. You can't even see the space because there's so much stuff in there.
I can hide it.
Yeah.
You know.
It's about investing in clever storage. So, for example, I don't know what's in that cupboard.
You don't want to know.
Probably don't want to know what. But whatever's in it, if you can get rid of any of the stuff that's in the cupboard, then you put all the kids' toys in there and make it a proper dining room. Easy, huh?
Yep.
She says, because I'm not doing the work.
Reception room sorted, onto that bright yellow and blue bedroom with another mountain of clutter.
Whose room is this, and is it still used?
It's not used anymore. It's my son Scott's room,
All of this has to go. All of it. Out. What needs to happen here is you need to make it back into a double bedroom. It's all got to be toned down, because this is obviously quite a bold colour scheme. Just use all the soft neutrals in here, and then you use the stronger accents on your soft furnishings. So these kind of colours on the wall would work really, really well. Just these very soft, gentle, neutral colours. Sorted?
Sorted.
Yep. Easy.
Excellent.
After you two, she says. It's quite frustrating, this house, because it has the potential to be absolutely incredible, but at the moment it just feels a bit sad and neglected and incredibly dated. Now, the girls have got a lot of work to do, both physically and emotionally, because they've got to really let go of this house and move on.
With the echo of my words still in their ears, Maxine sets about the mammoth task of clearing out years of junk.
I'm trying to clear some of the clothes, which I actually think is Mum's ironing pile. She's got an ironing board sat there, but she doesn't do it. Basket here full of ironing, and I'm pretty sure that there's still another one in the corner. So as you can tell, somebody doesn't like ironing too much.
I don't know what you're talking about, Rex.
My Norfolk sellers have made a valiant start to stripping back and revamping their homes, in the hope they'll be ready in time to show my buyers, Matt and Katie.
We'd like a good kitchen, a nice garden, and we're kind of hoping somewhere that we can bring a family up in the future.
At Jackie and Chris's dated semi, it's all about reinventing the annex and refreshing the bedrooms. And they've even gone with my idea of the candy colour scheme.
Wow, that's a lot brighter.
While Chris's girlfriend Carla continues the theme by spraying an old chest of drawers a complimentary pink.
Does look like it's going on okay. It'll need a few more coats. It hasn't quite covered it all, but...
And to complete the look, Jackie's making the bunting I suggested for the walls.
I think I'm going to really enjoy doing this.
To make sure each flag is the same size, Jackie's cutting the fabric around the same paper template. And voila.
There you have your first one.
Good work, Jackie. Just another 57 to go. Over at Sam and Maxine's shabby semi, the declutter may be complete, but it's taken its toll, with Sam becoming the first clean-up casualty.
I tripped over the ironing board and have broken my hand. Now I can see the reason why the ironing board shouldn't be here.
Told you so. As Sam can't do much, partner Gary has stepped in to decorate the lounge in that fresh country style I suggested.
I love that wallpaper.
It looks pretty, it's brightened the room up. If you're a bird fan, then yeah, there's plenty of them.
At Joe and Robin's boxy bungalow, it's all about adding interest to the living areas. Robin's son James is painting the kitchen diner, while Robin adds feature wallpaper to the chimney breast.
He's amazing. He can turn his hand to pretty much most things. He's a great problem solver, aren't you?
I try.
And in the kitchen diner, Joe gets a lesson in wallpaper hanging from DIY enthusiast Robin,
Nice even coat, but plenty of it.
who's already marked out a straight edge to work from.
What do we think of that?
Yeah, I think it's lovely.
At Jackie and Chris's dated semi, all the family pull together. The candy theme is coming along nicely in the bedroom.
It's a really nice colour as well, it ties in well with the lemon.
And the annex is now a splendid turquoise. Wood effect lino is going down, and out in the garden, Jackie has enlisted the help of granddaughter Roxy to spray the records for the wall.
All done.
Just make sure if you want to go platinum, the masking tape is completely stuck to the vinyl before you spray.
Right off. That's it.
Still black.
Well, unfortunately, it hasn't worked. The masking tape has bled through.
I'm afraid this'll have to go down on your record as a bit of a disaster.
It's a shame, because they would have looked lovely.
Back at Sam and Maxine's shabby semi, the bright yellow bedroom is becoming a calmer shade of pink.
It looks so much cleaner and tidier.
Downstairs in the dining room, Gary's continuing the modern country look with the wallpaper I suggested.
It's not something I would have chosen, but I do like it.
At Joe and Robin's boxy bungalow, the once bold bedroom is being brightened up with a lighter shade of pink.
We went for this sorbet colour, which I think is really delicious, but my daughter's really not keen on pink.
I'm not sure blue was flavour of the month after 27 viewings and no offers.
Definitely much warmer.
Out in the garden, DIY enthusiast Robin is taking my feature mirror idea to the next level with the help of his son James. He's using his joinery skills to knock up a frame for the stained glass they bought earlier.
The mirror will sit inside the back onto this glass.
A few metal corner brackets to hold it in place, and it's finished.
And there you have it.
Great.
Nicely done, guys. With the painting finished in the bedroom, Robin can get on with laying a smart new laminate floor.
That looks pretty good.
Back at Jackie and Chris's dated semi, the candy colour look is coming together in the bedroom. And Carla has come up with a nifty way to upcycle an old ottoman with floral print fabric.
That's really pretty.
Please.
Quite impressed with that.
Done well.
It's not bad for a first attempt.
And the cool contemporary look is coming together in the annex. They've abandoned the stripes and used plain black records to complement the vibrant turquoise walls. And with that, the makeover is complete.
What Chris and Carla have done in a week is amazing. They've worked their socks off to get it how Amanda wants it. So I think she's going to be really pleased. I think she might be shocked too.
I'm not sure Amanda's even going to recognise these two rooms.
No.
The annex was dated, dreary and disjointed. Now it's a cool, creative den with a funky, bold colour scheme that brings the whole space together. Total cost, £584.
Oh, look at this! Look at that! Look at this! Wow! Oh, what a change!
Completely different.
Yeah, just a bit. It's beautiful. The colour has really worked, hasn't it? But I remember when I held the piece up to the wall thinking, crikey, that is quite a bold colour. They're even going to freak out. What do you think? Do you like it?
With the white, it's calmed it down a bit because it's not that bright.
It's just worked perfectly, hasn't it? And tying in the colour from here onto the worktops, this just feels so much bigger. Yeah, so much bigger. Whereas before, you wouldn't want to spend time in it. Now it's like, oh God, it's like a little mini holiday.
It is.
I think it's wonderful.
And they haven't stopped there. The bedroom was bland and blokey, but all that's changed with a vibrant candy colour scheme, bold accessories and twin beds that really shows it off to its best potential. Total cost £410.
Oh, what a pretty room. No wonder you're delighted with it.
It's completely different,
wow,
isn't it?
just a bit. Oh, it's lovely.
It looks bigger.
It looks bigger. It looks put together. I imagine seeing this on an estate agent's website would make people want to come and look at the house, whereas before it just felt a kind of mismatch of all sorts of things, didn't it? Are you confident about a sale now?
More confident than I was, definitely, yes.
Yeah. I think you've done a cracking job, I really do.
At Sam and Maxine's once shabby semi, the bold bedroom has been toned down and the diner and lounge have been brightened up. And it's all hands on deck to complete the country look.
Right. Don't move. It's all going to fall out. Yeah, all the slats keep falling out.
An hour later, it's finally built.
You can't get the staff.
Across the hall, what was an abandoned dining room will soon become the light and soul of the party. And now it's just time for the finishing touches.
I could have cried, I have to admit. It isn't easy, but the end result, it's been worth it. But I tell you what, I'm going to sleep for a week, I think.
The living room was dark and dingy. Now it's got a bright and vibrant vintage theme with modern country wallpaper and accessories to boot. Total cost £470.
Oh, look at this. Oh, isn't it pretty?
It is,
isn't it?
yeah.
It's so lovely.
Pleased.
Do you like it?
I love it. Unfortunately, every bloke I married hated decorating.
Right, OK, you got to remedy that, because your new one's helped out a lot here, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's a keeper then. I mean, you come in here now, and whereas before it was quite dark and oppressive and you had all that big furniture everywhere, now it's light, bright, fresh and airy, and I think it's beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
Dining room?
Yes.
Let's do it.
The once forgotten dining room has been updated with a contemporary country style. Gentle wallpaper and dressing the dining table have created a great family space for an occasion or everyday use. A total cost of £114.
Wowzers, look at this. Oh, it's so pretty. It just works, doesn't it? Are you happy?
You don't want to move now, do you?
No, I want to stay now.
Are you going to take these ideas to your next
Absolutely.
pad? Yeah.
On the first floor, the brash boys' bedroom has become a smart, luxurious double at a cost of £440.
What's brilliant about it is you've taken these three key areas and really showcased them. I think they look wonderful. I mean, I bet you're shattered, aren't you?
Yes.
But it's a means to an end. It's going to look fabulous. You know, at the end of the day, this is all about getting this house sold. So are you feeling that you've done enough to elicit a sale now? Do you think this is going to help you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I think you've done a brilliant job.
Thank you very much.
At Joe and Robin's boxy bungalow, the lounge is taking shape. And out in the garden, Robin's son James is upcycling some old pine chairs for the new look kitchen diner.
James, you've done a great job with these chairs. We need to make them sort of look worn and weathered and kind of vintage. So old, exactly. Yeah, it's going to look amazing.
Inside is almost complete, so Robin is outside smartening up the tatty garage with a pair of old doors he bought second-hand.
It's nice, neat, clean, tidy garage doors.
How do they open and shut?
We'll put handles on the doors, don't worry.
OK.
Ah, that old chestnut. Finally, Joe puts the finishing touches to all the rooms.
All the decor all ties in, so it's a lovely, warm, inviting space.
I think it'd be memorable.
Yeah. The living room was light but lacked character. A smart new feature wall has added warmth. Total cost £258.
Oh, it's really pretty. I love it. The wallpaper's beautiful.
The diner was drab and felt unloved, but that's all changed with a smart new colour scheme and a table fit for a king. Total cost £135.
The dining area is lovely, and you did the wallpapering in there.
Yeah, I did.
You sort of standing there going, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so.
Because you walk in here now and it makes you want to look at other rooms. It's lovely.
Thank you.
Can we go look at the bedroom?
Yeah.
Does she like it?
Yeah, I think so.
Phew, let's go look.
What was a cold, cramped, dull bedroom is a light, bright, spacious double, which has a much softer and relaxing palette. Total cost £544.
Oh my goodness! Oh, this is lovely because it shows people that you can now get a double bed in the room. I mean, I know it's still not the biggest room in the house, but it works. And for a guest bedroom, perfect. Garage is brilliant.
Yeah, vast improvement.
Yeah, massive improvement. Budget-wise, you had £1,000. Did you come in on budget or did you?
We were about
smidge over.
a little bit over.
And is everything now in the garage with the doors on? Is that why you had to put the doors on? As soon as these pictures go back online, you're going to have lots of people coming to look at this. It's lovely. It really is a triumph.
Thank you.
It's an absolute triumph.
In Norfolk, all 3 sellers have pulled out all the stops to impress my buyers. Magazine editor Matt and his fiancée, care worker Katie.
We're looking for 3 bedrooms minimum, maybe 4.
Yeah, we want somewhere where we could raise 2 kids and not need to move again.
Well, let's show you what we've got. Sam and Maxine have smartened up their semi by brightening up the lounge, freshening up the dining room and toning down the guest bedroom upstairs.
I do feel really, really confident, to be honest. Nah. OK. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Joe and Robin have restyled to optimise space and created an attractive dining area to their kitchen.
The wallpaper is warm and inviting, isn't it?
A definite improvement on what was there before.
Yeah.
Jackie and Chris have given the underutilised annex a new lease of life, creating a fabulous self-contained space and coaxed out the full potential of Chris's daughter Roxy's room over in the main house.
We've achieved in a week what we thought we'd never do.
All 3 houses are finished and ready to be shown to my eager buyers Matt and Katie. First up, it's Sam and Maxine's spacious and now stylish semi.
Now, I know that you've seen this online, haven't you?
Yes, we have, yeah.
But you've not been to see it yet. So
Not yet.
What was it about it online that attracted you?
Lots of space.
I think that this is a great house. Now, we'll go in and have a good look around it. It doesn't have your huge kitchen, but it's got the potential for a whopper.
OK.
Like a whopper. Would you like to get inside and have a look?
Yeah,
sure.
Come on in, watch out for the road.
Offering the space the couple are after for now and the future, let's hope the new styling catches their eye.
So this is your... I would call this the grown-up lounge.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love the light. This room is completely different to the photo we saw online. It looks really dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's totally different.
What we've tried to do with this house is showcase a couple of the areas. So if you did move into it, you could live in a room like this and just focus on the other rooms as you go along.
Yeah.
Let me show you the dining room, because that will also give you an idea about what you could do in terms of knocking walls down and things. So you guys lead the way.
The vibrant modern country theme continues in the new look dining room.
What do you think?
I think that's as big as you could ever need a dining room to be, realistically.
Okay. One option is that you take that wall out and then you open the whole space up and you've got this enormous, entertaining family, big bifold doors.
Yeah.
Could be amazing.
Yeah.
But is it living up to expectations? Now you can sort of start to see the floor plan and the layout.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm already imagining so many different scenarios in my head of what kind of TLC we could give to the rest of the house.
Cool. Yeah. Excellent, excellent. Would you like to have a look at one of the bedrooms as well, just to give you an idea of what upstairs looks like?
Sure, let's do it. Yeah.
Let's go.
On the first floor, the overbearing single boys' room has been stripped bare and remodelled into a tranquil double bedroom.
Really nice.
Yeah. Decor-wise, nice and neutral?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good guest room.
Perfect guest room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good size, double bed and plenty of space to move around it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, what's going through your heads at the moment?
Certainly the potential is kind of really, setting off alarm bells in my head. It's like just visualising what we could do, like really into it. But by the same token, have to be pragmatic and realising if we're going to go that far over our ideal budget, then realistically, we're not going to have a huge amount to spend on updating it. And there are a lot of things we would like to update sooner rather than later.
Yeah, well, it's a good start. Still got some more properties to see.
Yeah.
So, park this one for now. Let's go and look at the others. But we're on to a winner. Out we go.
Yeah.
Excellent.
This house is a hit and they can see the potential, but it is the most expensive at £215,000. Next, it's Jackie and Chris's no longer dreary blokey semi with the now vibrant annex in the garden.
So, guys, this is what I like to commonly call a curveball. I brought you out into the sticks to show you a totally different prospect. It comes complete with its own holiday caravan, which is fab. I'll show you in there in a minute. But what do you think?
It is like a long way out the city.
Yeah.
We have a car between us, and that's one hell of a cycle.
I want you to have a look at the house, though, because I think it's got a lot of potential, and it's less money than the one that we've just had a look at.
Resistance to the location, but when they realise the bang they can get for their buck out here, they may want to reconsider.
Well, come on in and have a little look at your home from home.
Wow.
What do you think? I kind of like it. It's quirky.
It would suit you, the music theme.
Yeah. It's a kind of... This is like the ultimate man den.
You can always take up, like, drumming, maybe?
I've got such terrible rhythm, that's never going to happen.
But I think the nice thing about this is that it is that extra added space, you know, perfect for a home office, somewhere to put the relatives. It's nice to have space for them that's not attached to the house.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is a little quirky feature, but obviously the main talking point is the house itself. So you lead the way, my darling, and we'll go look at the house.
Thank you.
In the main house upstairs, a freshly refurbished bedroom awaits them.
So this is one of 3 bedrooms on the top floor.
I really like it. I like the way it's been done.
Yeah, it'd be a lovely, like, children's bedroom.
It's got quite
It's
a...
lovely, like, pastel-y.
Yeah, it's got a really nice kind of vintage, antique feel to it.
It's pretty, isn't it? Yeah. And what it does is it shows you what you can do with the other bedrooms.
Absolutely,
in the house. Price-wise, how much do you think?
With the outbuilding as well, I would guess around 195, 200.
You're sort of there's 190.
Okay.
So actually, when you think about it, what you get in terms of land, space, house, it would give you quite a bit extra to do the rest of the rooms like this one.
Yeah.
We'll say goodbye to this one and we'll move on to a totally different concept altogether.
Okay,
And then that's it.
sounds good.
You lead the way.
Well, that's 2 of what I have on offer today. Let's see how my final property grabs them. Joe and Robin's not-so-bland bungalow.
Here's another different concept. A bungalow. Have you looked at any bungalows?
Yeah, we have. We've looked at a couple.
Excellent. Yeah. This has 3 bedrooms in it and a nice big eat-in kitchen diner, good-sized lounge. And then, obviously, at the back there, you've got a freestanding garage and a really good garden. So I know garden's quite important as well. Yeah. Should we get inside and have a look?
Yeah.
Come on, then.
Excellent. Not put off by the idea of bungalow living. Let's get them inside.
What do you think?
This is lovely.
It's bigger, isn't it, than it looks from the outside?
Yeah. In terms of, you know, the space and the, you know, the dimensions, obviously, aesthetically, it's nothing needs doing. Like you say, it's you can move straight in.
And what you have through there is obviously a great eat-in kitchen diner, because I know big kitchen is a thing for you, isn't it? Yeah. Should we go and look at some of the bedrooms?
Yeah.
Give me an idea of the sort of size. Should we lead the way?
The sitting room has given off a great first impression. Let's see if we can keep the enthusiasm going in the toned-down bedroom.
Guest bedroom. It's not enormous, but it's very pretty.
That's beautiful.
That is lovely, the stained glass window effect.
Yeah, it's great,
it's really
isn't
nice.
it? What do you think of it?
Once you've got a couple of growing children in here, it's going to feel pretty small pretty quickly.
Yeah. Asking price?
205.
Yeah, I was thinking that around about 200, just over.
190.
Okay.
Well, that's 3 houses down, all done and dusted. Should we go find somewhere nice to sit down and mull it all over?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Off you go, my darlings.
3 very different houses and a lot of boxes ticked. Time to find out if there's a clear favourite, starting with Jackie and Chris's with the Annex, which was the furthest out of town.
Just the distance was just... You can't find an easy way around that.
No. Let's talk about the bungalow. Again, a very different option, and you seemed quite taken with it.
It did feel more like a downsizing house than an upsizing house. Yeah. And as I said, if you had a couple of kids running around in there, it would get pretty small pretty quickly.
Which I guess then leaves us with, obviously, the clear winner, the semi-detached house that you were very excited. You'd seen it on the internet, so you were already interested in it.
Yeah.
And when you went in, I could see the brains were whirring, weren't they? What was it about the house that you liked so much?
The potential of what we could make it, but also the fact that it is...
livable.
Mostly something that we'd be happy to live in.
What would you like to do now? What's the next step for you guys?
I don't think that we could realistically offer the asking price.
Right.
But we agreed that we'd be happy to put in an offer of 210.
Right. Would you like me to make that offer for you?
Do it.
OK. Hi there, how are you? I would like to put in an offer, please, on the property. £210,000. Thank you. Bye. It's in, it's done. So now we just have to stare at the phone and wait.
Across town, Sam receives a call from her estate agent.
Hi, Lucy.
Right, just to let you know, we have got an official offer. 210,000.
Oh, my God.
And Mike has accepted it as well.
Brilliant. Excellent. Thank you very, very much.
They're anxiously waiting, as although their offer is in, the estate agent has to get an answer from not only Sam, but her ex-husband as well.
Hello. Hi, Lucy. Thank you so much for letting me know. Much appreciated. We'll be in touch. Thank you. Bye-bye. You got it. You got it! Congratulations! Oh, God, you are
So welcome. Congratulations.
After a lot of consideration, we decided the property wasn't quite right for us, so we withdrew our offer. In the meantime, we have had an offer accepted on another property, and we are tantalisingly close to exchanging contracts, aren't we? Yeah.
But it's not all bad news for Sam and Maxine.
I've had another offer, so
Fingers
crossed, because this lot's got to go somewhere. I'm fed up with living like this.
And we're ready for a new start.
And there's good news for my other sellers too.
We sold the house a week after the makeover. We got the asking price of 190. We've actually moved now and planning to go on our cruise and start travelling.
We've sold this property, we found a new property, moved very, very shortly, and the residue of funds from the sale of this property means that we can get married.
Yeah, it's funding that, so thanks, Amanda.
Thanks, Amanda.
Yay.